positions at the expense of the terrorist area.
And viewers, cutting across to news coming in from Shambhu border in Haryana, where now police have resorted to using tear gas on the farmer protesters. This is of course coming after talks were slated between the farmers and the central government yesterday. Farmers of course said that they will resume the Delhi Chalo march if talks fail and no negotiations proceed in favor of the government. Now those are the live visuals from Shambhu border between Delhi and Haryana, where you see how tear gas has been used on protesting farmers, and this is in fact the second day when tear gas has been used on protesting farmers. It was also deployed on the protesters when a day before they were to talk with the central government, and after 6 farmers were injured, their march and protest was halted for the day, a day ahead of the talks with the central government. Once again today on Sunday, protests have escalated and farmers are being met with tear gas from the police in Haryana. And in fact, I'm also joined in by my colleague Lalit, who's reporting from the ground. Lalit, we're showing our viewers the visuals of what's really happening in Shambhu border right now, where farmers are being met with the heavy force and the tear gas shells are being deployed there at the border. What more are you picking up?
If we talk about what is happening here in the Shambhu border, mild tear gas has been used for the protesting farmers who try to cross the border. So barricades have been put there so that the farmers could not cross those barricades, and you can see that still hundreds of farmers groups can be seen going near the barricades. Time and again the Haryana police is announcing that move away as no permission has been granted for you to enter into the premises which has been closed by the Haryana police. Already Section 163 has been deployed there. Section 163 has been imposed there, and more than 5 farmers are not allowed. But still, farmers are adamant to move ahead. So right now, if we talk about here in the Shambhu border, the condition seems to be under control, but farmers time and again are trying to go and trying to stop and are trying to move the barricades which have been placed there on the Shambhu border. But if we overall talk about, it's been around the 300 days of the farmers sitting here on the Shambhu border. Mild tear gas have been used for the protesting farmers to disperse them, but time and again the farmer groups are moving closer to the barricades. You can see that the deployment of police is quite heavy all across the bridge from where the farmers are trying to move ahead. Other than that, if we talk about farmers, the police have been deployed near the riverbed also so that the farmers could not take other way. Farmers are demanding that let them move towards the national capital, or they can, or the center should have talks with them so that the deadlock between the farmers and the center breaks away. But no communication has been given for the farmers for any dialogue, and farmers are waiting for that. Farmers are demanding that the legal guarantee for the crop produced should be given. That is the MSP, minimum support price for the crop, should be given so that they can end the protest. So it's been around 10 months of the farmers' protest here on the Shambhu border. Last year, when farmers and the center had meetings with each other, that time the meetings were not successful. It could not bear any results, and after that, farmers have been protesting here. on Friday, when farmers once again tried to intensify their search and tried to hit from here to the border, that time clash took place between the protesting farmers and the police, in which around 60 farmers got injured. If we talk about today, mild tear gas has been used against the protesting farmers, and time and again on the loudspeakers announcements are being made that the farmers should not come near the barricades, otherwise force would be used by the police to disperse them so that no law and order situation arises here in the Shambu border. So right now, the situation here in the Shambu border seems to be under control, but yes, farmers time and again are trying to move ahead. In the couple of times when the protest is going on, around 3 to 4 times, tear gas shells have been used to disperse the protesting farmers. But yes, when we talk about the situation here on the Shambu border seems to be quite under control, and farmers are adamant by the fact that the legal guarantee of the crops, that is the MSP, should be given to the farmers, and until and unless this is not being given, they would not end their protest, or the center asks them, calls them to have a dialogue with them so that they can end this protest. So farmers, when the tear gas shells are being used, farmers are using the water, the grain bag, so that the effect of tear gas could be minimized. But adequate security arrangements have been made here on the Shambu border. You can see that big containers have been placed there, tear gas buses have been placed there, water cannons have been placed there. 3 to 4 times security has been made here so that the farmers could not enter into the Shambu border and could not cross it. Barbed wires have been placed there as a security arrangement by the Haryana police. So Section 163 of the new criminal law has been imposed in the Ambala side, and in some parts of Ambala, the internet services have also been disrupted because of the law and order situation. In the Shambu border, still the group, the batch of farmers are standing there. They are also still adamant that they want to move ahead. This time, the farmers who are protesting are not using tractors and trolleys to march towards Delhi, but are moving on foot. They are also demanding that this time they want to move on foot, and they should be allowed to move in groups, in jathas of 101 farmers. But on Friday also, the Haryana administration did not allow them to enter into the premises, and when the clash between the police and the farmers took place, in which around 60 farmers got injured, then the farmers suspended their march for Delhi for a single day. Now, once again today, the march has been reassumed, and around 12, the farmers again have marched towards the barricade. So it's more than 2.5 hours. But still, the dialogue between the farmers and the police is going on, but the deadlock is not ending.
And now it's time for a very quick break on this bulletin, but stay tuned, viewers. We are continuing to bring you our live coverage from the Shambhu border, where protests of the farmers have escalated and police have had to resort to tear gas firing. Much more details from Shambhu border. Police halts the Chalo march. Borders turn now into fortresses.